a very few volunteer chaplains who work with paramedic crews. Tim, thank you for joining us. And
That's fine.
we were quite shocked to find out that, there would be violence against, people who are, as I say, trying to save our lives, like paramedics. Have you experienced this with the people that you work with?
Yes, I have. I was very shocked on one of my first shifts that I third manned. We went to a particular area and we got spat at by some teenagers, which completely took me by surprise. And I must admit that was a real eye-opener, because these people are here to save people, as you rightly said a moment ago. And I was thinking, well, what's going on?
That's really shocking, because when we started this story, I was thinking, okay, well, this is people who are unwell, and maybe they're lashing out because they're unwell, but being spat at, I mean, that's the ultimate mark of disrespect, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It should be the opposite. Yeah.
Absolutely. I believe one of the key figures to this is education as well.
Mm-hmm.
I believe education is another way forward. Personally, one of the things I've done is I've published 2 children's books this year, because I believe if we start from a young age, it will actually counteract some of what's going on in society.
Yeah. I mean, that does sound like a good idea, but it is kind of odd to me that we would need to educate people. It should be obvious, shouldn't it?
No, yeah, I totally agree. Some of these people have got complex issues. For example, recently there was a mental health patient who assaulted a colleague, and I believe they were let off on mental health grounds. One of the visions I have is to open somewhere in Medway where there's 24/7 support, because, bear in mind, these people sometimes don't have places to go to, and if they have somewhere to go to get the support they need, that as well may reduce the workload on the emergency services.
That's interesting. So basically you're saying this is a wider societal problem, which
Absolutely.
is impacting our crews there. So, because there's been cuts elsewhere, the slack isn't being cut off, and it's the emergency services that are trying to do, in a way, too many jobs.
Yes, I would agree with that. And I do believe that if we have a centre of funding from government and other sources, we can open various places where the right resources are. So often if we're taking patients in, where do they go afterwards? And then you're seeing the same person. I feel sorry for the patient as well. If the support's there, I believe things like violence, it won't fully be stopped, but it may be reduced.
I mean, it's not always vulnerable people or people with complex issues, isn't it? And on that, do you think the law needs to change?
Absolutely. These proposals that I've heard, I believe it's 6 to 12 months prison sentence proposal.
Yeah.
I'm totally in agreement with that, but I'd almost wonder as well if some kind of reform or community service as well on top of that would be a good idea.
That's really interesting. Thank you. Good to talk to you. Tim Parsons, one of the very few volunteer chaplains who works directly with paramedic crews, and I wonder whether you would agree with him, saying we need to double the sentences. Now, that is a proposal. He's a community service as well. I wonder whether that would make people sort of rehabilitate the way that they see these people. Because that's the thing, isn't it? We need to, as he says, educate people about the amazing work that these people are doing, saving lives every day. Why would they not be respected?
It feels more like we need to be teaching something about morals and ethics, though, that you would attack someone saving someone else. Doesn't seem... How do you need to have it explained to you that a paramedic is helping someone?